Our forces in Berlin are about to be cut in two. There is now only a frail link with the area of the Havel bridges, which is defended and held by the Hitler Youth.
What caliber are they using? You think they can destroy the bunker? You've been at the front. You should know, shouldn't you?
Probably 17.5 caliber. In my opinion, the caliber and force of impact are not sufficient to destroy the bunker.
The Russians are advancing down the Wilhelmstrasse. At this point, they can't be more than a few hundred meters away.
It is essential that my last will and testament be put into safekeeping. It's too important for the generations to come. I shall select 4 loyal officers. Send them, each with a copy of my testament, in different directions. At least one of them will get through.
My Fury, may I have the honor of being one of the 4?
As you wish, Hoffman. I assign the most dangerous duty to you. You shall take my testament to Field Marshal Schörner, who is surrounded by the Russians. My lunch. Please, could somebody, only for me, my wife is not hungry. General Krebs, I've had an idea. Since the Russians can get through the tunnels of the underground and attack us from the rear, you should immediately give orders for the underwater locks of the Spree to be opened.
But, my Fuhrer, the tunnels of the subways are now our field hospitals. There are thousands of wounded soldiers down there, thousands of women, children, old people. They would all be drowned.
At a time like this, General Krebs, there can only be one thought: National Socialism.
You don't think that we could put it off a little while longer?
I'd hoped to die on the 5th of May, like Napoleon. But I've been betrayed even in that. The Russians are less than 300 meters away. Not even flooding the underground has held them up.
And you're quite sure that there's no hope? Neither for you nor for Germany?
There's been no hope for 2 years, Eva. Not since the 3rd of February, 1943, when Paulus betrayed me at Stalingrad.
You knew then? In 1943?
After Stalingrad, I realized that the Germans were too weak to hold out. Since then, I've been alone. With my iron will. I had a duty to myself to persevere. I couldn't give up my struggle. I've never given up in my life.
But so many had to die. For what? If you knew that all was lost anyway.
Nature is cruel, Eva. So I too must be cruel. The lives of millions of mediocre, ordinary people are of no account. Eva, if I had offered to negotiate, if I had offered surrender, the price would have been my life. The Jews of London and Washington and Moscow were all united against me. want my blood. They want to see me naked in a cage. I know it's true. They'll not fight among themselves until I'm dead.
Only for this? Only to gain time?
So, in your opinion, I ought to have killed myself years ago for the sake of the German populace?
Maybe I never knew you. I've never understood you.
Of course not. What do you think, you stupid girl? How could you have understood anything? You're only a woman without any brains. You lived close to me. Isn't that enough for you? You're a mere nothing. If history remembers you at all, it will only be because I was generous and married you. You don't feel any gratitude, do you? You'll betray me too, silly, presumptuous, insolent bitch. You have betrayed me!
The heart of Germany has ceased to beat. The Führer is dead.